Yeah, I started at like 5 and I finished at like 6:40, I think. Maybe like
Damn.
5:30.
Nice.
I was on
Speed
a mission
reader
like
over here.
5:15. Yeah.
How's your recall on that? Pretty good?
Pretty good. Assuming it was like an hour ago or two, you know. But
I did.
that's been probably a week now since you guys have heard this because you're listening to the FKA the Pod. I'm your host, Reed. I'm joined by Seth and Trent. Cold open. I
That's
think they
right.
figured it out though.
Yeah.
I
We
think they figured
were
it out
playing
this
along
time.
though. We're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we did our reading. I guess that's what this episode is.
Oh
Is
yeah, it's
another.
Bookballs. Sorry, yeah, it's
No,
Bookballs the Pod. It's no longer. It's not FKA. Wipe that out.
we're doing book balls. Book balls this episode.
Bookballs.
We might have new
What's the
marketing
ball?
for book balls
What's the
too.
balls?
We're the balls.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
Let's
it's just stupid. It's
Oh, and I think
ripping
part
off
of it,
Spaceballs.
part of it might be the dinosaurs. They're reproducing. I don't think there are actually any balls involved.
But
They're
life
all
finds a
females.
way.
Yeah, if they're lizards or birds, do either of them have balls?
I don't think they have balls in the human anatomy sense,
In the
but
droopy sense.
yeah. They have male anatomy, but I don't think it resembles
Yeah.
Well, they got that frog DNA.
that. Yeah,
There's
they're
that
hopping
frog.
around.
That's true.
They got that bug DNA
We're
and that
getting
frog
straight into
DNA.
it.
But for
I have some business to attend to. Even
Yeah.
though this isn't FK the pod, this is Bookballs the pod. We still want to highlight some drinks.
oh yeah. Second order of business though is
Yeah.
the drinks on this.
First order business is the balls.
Yeah.
Second order.
And then we get to the booking. Well, I'm gonna cut the line then. I got a Moscow Mule, and this cup is freezing cold because that's what you're supposed to do. Have the
Yeah,
chilled copper mug.
That looks refreshing, man.
It
I'm
is definitely aromatic.
currently getting over some sort of like flu-like illness once again. I feel like this happens to me all the time. But I went to the doctor yesterday, and they did the whole flu, COVID, strep test situation.
Right.
And all of them came back negative, but I feel like shit. So I'm drinking a Diet Coke specifically for Hunter.
Shout out Hunter.
Hunter's Diet Coke. And then after that, I do have a cucumber lime electrolyte.
Ugh, I'd rather. That sounds awful.
I'm excited for it, man. It's pretty good. Cucumber lime, underrated. Always.
I bought a bunch of those electrolytes from our local grocery store, Harris Teeter, recently because they were on sale. Like they're like blue flavor, and because
It's like a knockoff Pedialyte for those who
Yeah.
haven't seen it.
Yeah. Anyway, Jill enjoys a Pedialyte from time to time, right? If circumstances call for it. But she like spit this out. She was like, I can't drink that. It's so bad.
Oh,
So we have a bunch of these blue electrolytes in the house.
hey, they're good.
So-
They're good hangover drinks.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Say the quiet part out loud.
So I've got the Rhinestonehorn Memorial Fireball Scented Whiskey Shot out of the Christmas coffee mug, of course. And then because we did a cold open, I forgot to go grab my Coors Light from the freezer where I put it because, again, I forgot to put it in the fridge earlier today. But in just a second, I'm going to go grab that and do my best not to mess with my mic input because that seems to happen kind of often.
Well, while that happens, I got another shot. This is using our cooking shot glass, so it's nothing special. I think it's from it's got a
Cooking
shooter. It's
vodka.
from Bennigan's. Just throw-
Yeah.
Shut
nice, dude. What's in it? You didn't say what was in it.
Tito's was in it.
Oh, it is vodka. Okay, right.
Yeah. It's usually a vodka.
That's fair.
This Moscow Mule's got mint from the garden in it. It is strong. Yeah, it's
That's
like,
cool, man.
It's like some chaos
Fresh
theory.
mint.
Some stuff's unpredictable in there. There's some
Yeah, you never
there's some
know how
fractals in the there's a fractal, but the fractal of the shape of this cup still looks like and feels like it's a Moscow Mule, just like it's also my day, which is my life, which is everything all the time, and a mountain.
Can I? That's good. I like that. Can I just go back before we get to the stuff that we read this week?
Yeah, that's a deep cut of this current episode. Oh no, so very not important.
Chaos theory.
So in the book Jurassic Park that we're talking about for Bookballs, we've got well first of all, actually we have two quotes here. One from Linnaeus and one from Erwin Chargaff. And then we have the introduction. And then we have the prologue. And then we get to the first iteration, which is
A fractal.
which shows us a fractal. And I wanted to ask, I doodled a little picture here because it indicates here that, like, as you learn more about the fractal, the shape will become clear. So I wanted to ask you guys what you thought the shape was going to be. As you can see, I drew a little dinosaur here. That was my guess for what it was going to be.
I think it's gonna look just like a bunch of Tetris pieces that are gonna end up folding on each other and be looking somewhat like sort of 3D-ish. I think it's gonna look like something stupid. I don't think it's gonna look like anything.
I don't think it's gonna look
neat.
like anything.
Yeah, I think it's gonna look like a graph, kind of. Yeah.
You guys think it's going to be like a DNA or something? Like, I just don't.
No,
like,
it's gonna be a fractal.
But like,
it's just gonna be like swirls on swirls.
Yeah.
So it's just like kind of a cute thing to tie into the chaos theory fractal discussion. Like, it's not like, oh wow, it was a T-Rex the whole time.
There's a lot of hand wavy chaos theory stuff going on right now.
That's why I don't like the math guy.
I like him more.
I like the math guy.
It's obvious. It's just random.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no one else.
Funny.
But no one's buying it.
Whatever.
Like, yeah, he's somewhat of a pompous ass, but he's also Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's hard because I keep on imagining him as Jeff Goldblum. Maybe if I didn't know that. So what happened in the last time is we had all the prologue basically to them coming to the park, and we had like our first 6 hours at the park basically is all we've had, because there's this one girl, right, the grandkid of John Hammond, and she's wanted to like eat a sandwich the whole time that we've known her. She's like, I'm hungry, let's go back. But
Let's
now,
play some
unfortunately, it's gonna. Yeah, she wants to play catch too, always. But unfortunately, now she's not going to get food for a while. I think because events have kind of gone off the rails.
Well, yeah, it turns out she wasn't the only one hungry that day.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, I mean, maybe we're kind of skipping ahead to the end of the section that we just read, but
I mean,
I
okay.
didn't
Sorry.
realize people got gravely injured that fast in the movie.
Yeah, it's just like I don't think it is, but it's like straight on, and like it's like pretty like once it happens, it's happening. You know, the car is destroyed. This one dude. Well, I mean, they set it up too. They check off Dinosaur, fucking Dennis Landry's death, or Nedry, whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
Nedry,
Newman.
yeah.
It's Newman.
Newman.
Yeah, I thought of him as Newman the whole time. I was like, I was like, I can't take this guy seriously being Newman.
Yeah. And so, I mean, he has a very grisly death. Like, I think that might be one of the last things that we read. Like, it's horrible. He gets blinded, and then the dinosaur rips his guts out, and he kills him by, like, biting into his skull.
Right.
Like, it's horrible.
Yeah.
But even if you run into a dinosaur and you don't get killed, you get fucked up. Like, they, like, throw you all around in a Jeep and shit. And, like, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, he's, like, concussed two kids. Like, this one T-Rex concussed two kids, destroyed one Jeep, maybe two Jeeps.
Yeah. Yeah. So pretty crazy stuff.
Potentially two Jeeps.
What fucked me up about... Okay, what I had as a thought. One, when the guy got blinded, wasn't he got blinded. It was like he was blind. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. That hits way harder.
The acidic spit from this dinosaur ate his eyeballs.
Yeah, he was blind. Now he was blinded. It's like interesting that he's like still thinking he's alive at that point. Also, is this a third person omniscient book? Because I think I had been like I read an article a little bit ago, and I think I talked about it down here, that apparently people can't read third person omniscient books. Also watched the YouTube video that was very compelling. Apparently people can't read books because they're stupid.
Yeah, well,
because they didn't learn how to read correctly with phonics.
Right. Yeah. So we should, I guess, while we're figuring out what third-person omniscience is in a book, we should go back. Like, where do we leave off last time.
We left off
they were-
right before the tour. So the grandkids just showed up. They
go.
kind of just got to the island. So,
Okay.
and then we got they toured the facilities, and then they went out on their driving tour.
They saw.
Was
they
the
saw
Raptors this
computer.
chapter or this session or last session?
This session.
Okay, so big important scene. So they're going through the whole, there's like, okay,
Computer.
all the wait's over. We got
Everything's computer.
we got everybody assembled.
computer.
It's the point we all we love. It's time to go on the tour. We got everybody here. All the pieces are in place. They go on the tour. Like, they set up there's
Well, first we saw the DNA station where they take the DNA and
Yeah.
they put it into a computer, and the computer like fills in the gaps of the DNA.
and
And then we saw like
they explained the
the
gaps.
embryo station where they keep all the embryos, all the fertilized eggs.
Yeah, that they put in plastic eggs.
And plastic eggs. They've been buying up a bunch of plastic or some shit.
Yeah,
from
it's
all
like
around the
Easter
world.
eggs full of dinosaurs. Later, we might find a not so plastic egg. So just wanna
And
wanna
then,
lodge that in there.
And then we get to like the baby dinosaur nursery, where we see like a baby. We don't see anything. It's a fucking book. We read about a velociraptor baby that seems kind of nice. Really likes Timmy. Likes
Which
the
is-
little boy.
I got to shout out. Just interjecting here. This guy, this Michael Crichton, sets everything up. Everything got set up and then paid off within this 100 chapters.
Yeah,
I think pretty much. He sets up so that the eggshell thing he sets up in this scene. He sets up the DNA thing in this scene. He sets up the Timmy team, like understanding the dinosaurs in this one. really
before
fast.
they actually see the computer stuff, all the computers are locked down because the supply ship is there. So they actually go out to see like the adult velociraptors, and so they set up that those things are kind of spooky, scary too. We don't really see
we don't
too
know
much
what
of
to
those.
do with these guys.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Yeah, they're like cold-blooded killers. They're like lying in ambush, and they're like very smart, and they're so fast. They're all like, dude, they're so fast. And later on, the main doctor guy is like, yeah, maybe we need to like GMO them to make them slower for safety purposes, and also because people like they're so fast, people aren't going to be able to see them. Like it's crazy. So anyway, that's kind of set up too. We haven't seen too many raptors in the wild, but I'm sure that will matter too. So yeah, he's doing a lot of setup here while we're exploring the facilities, and then he also talks about like glitches with the computer, which also matter for later. So.
Yeah, and that ties back immediately. So if you're paying attention, like you can actually, this problem's like at least I knew this problem of like they're miscounting these dinosaurs was happening way before this. Like dramatic ironies all throughout this book, and especially with like the little graphs and stuff that he puts in. So like the Dr. Wu says, "Oh yeah, like, we were supposed to make 50 fucking whatever sauruses, right?" And like so we made 50 whatever sauruses. And then they pull up the graph later. It's like 49 whatever sauruses. I'm like, oh, they're already down one. Like, what do we? How did they miss this already? You know?
Yeah. And then one thing I like too. There's a lot of like dramatic irony for sure, and there's also just insanely blatant foreshadowing, which I love.
Yeah, it's
Everybody's like
insane.
everybody who works at Jurassic Park, like one of the people who's visiting will be like, "Hey, this doesn't seem right. Like, what's going on? This seems wrong." And they're like, "I'm sure it's fine."
Yeah, the computer will take care of it,
Every
or
time,
whatever.
every time. They're like, "I'm sure it's okay. It's whatever."
They just
Oh,
have
yeah,
no
get out
safeguards.
there. The fences are 12 feet tall and have 10,000 volts of electricity running through them. They can't get out.
Yeah, they just can't.
It's just so funny. They cut every argument down, which is hilarious, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just only make bad decisions. Like it's comically bad. Like they make comically bad decisions.
Yeah. So, anyways, they see the computer that can track all of the animals, and there's a bunch of cameras around the whole island that show them where all the animals are, keeps track of where they are, how many there are, and all that good stuff. And then they finally set out on the tour on these electric Toyota Land Cruisers.
Yeah, they go all throughout with these Land Cruisers. It's basically a party ride. They got the fucking Walt Disney of zoos. like and to do the car ride on this one, and to do the zoo setup. They got a bunch of money. Everything looks great. They're having a great time. Everything's going well. They're going to one dinosaur to the next. It's like really the first dinosaurs don't really matter at all. The T-Rex, like the Velociraptor matters, and that was before we even left. And then it's the T-Rex that matters. But in between that, they meet some other herbivores. Like, oh, remember you've heard of this dinosaur, so I'm gonna put it in the book, so you could be like, I know about the fucking Brontosaurus. I know that one. Show me Triceratops. You know.
I think the first dinosaur they saw on the actual tour were these like, I don't know if it says they have wings or what, but they're up. They're
like in the trees, yeah.
Yeah, they're all up in the trees, and they're like, watch out, they have extremely venomous spit, right?
Yeah.
So
that's the Dilophosaur. Is that one the tree one?
Dildofosaur.
Dildofosaur. Spitting Dildofosaur.
It evolves into Dildofosaur.
So that's the first one we see, and then not too many of the other ones matter yet. We see a T-Rex eat a sheep, no, a goat. They lure a T-Rex out of its hiding place with a goat.
It's like it waits to eat stuff. It's like it's waiting for another predator. So there's at some point I think we're gonna see this T-Rex get fucked up by another T-Rex.
Or we'll see T-Rex.
Or we're gonna see one predator. Like we're gonna see one dinosaur get fucked up by another dinosaur at least.
I think T-Rex is worried about the Velociraptors, right? They're gonna hunt them down in a pack, maybe. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, because they set that up, and so far this guy's got a track record of paying everything off.
So they're like 4 people max in these things. It is very much like Disney World. They're like 4 people max in a car, 4 people max in a car. But these 2 little cars that they're going in, they've got like radio between them, and they've got like computer screens and stuff. So the 2 cars are able to talk to each other. And the whole time, Trent's favorite character, Ian Malcolm, is like, tell me more about the math. Show me a chart of these people. How many dinosaurs are out there, et cetera, et cetera. And
are these gallstones?
So eventually they come up to the Stegosaurus exhibit where they meet up with the vet, who's a guy named Harding. And Harding,
it's a guy.
Somebody named Harding. I guess I assumed it was a man.
I assumed it was a woman.
I think it says their name somewhere.
I don't think it ever gave his first.
I don't think
their first name.
I don't
but
think
it
matters.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it probably won't.
But Harding got out there taking a Jeep, so they have 2 Jeeps that aren't electric and can drive like wherever. These electric things can only go on the path because there's it's like a trolley basically. So he's there because the Stegosaurus is sick apparently. And they're just kind of like hanging out. The Stegosaurus is right there. Like, I guess it's so sick it can't like stand up and stomp on you, kind of thing.
I think they drugged it.
Maybe there's that too.
Well, yeah, sometimes, and then also it just it's sometimes just eating rocks and also berries, because it can't digest because it eats rocks to digest.
They do some detectiving around while they're sitting here with the vet talking about the Stegosauruses. They do some detectiving, and they see piles of rocks everywhere. And they're like, oh, duh, obviously it's the rocks, because Stegosauruses have to use rocks in their stomachs to digest their food for them. And then they'll pick up these berries that are poisonous as well.
Right. So this is like birds do this. It's like they have gizzards or whatever.
Yeah, kind of cool to learn about what a gizzard actually is. I've never had a need for it, but now I do in the context of these dumbass dinosaurs eating poison berries.
Yeah.
So while they're looking around at these stones and everything, they also notice a non-plastic egg.
Yeah, they just automatic. That kind of just jumps in out of nowhere. All of a sudden they're talking about an egg. I'm like, okay, that was pretty quick change up. Where did we really find this? There's just a break in it. And it's just like, and they find an egg.
Yeah. So it turns out these dinosaurs are making their own eggs and reproducing.
Guess what? This is a Velociraptor egg because, of course, it is. Because that one's the scary one that we've been setting up the whole time.
Yeah.
Because because they go back to the lab where the owner Hammond and some other lab people are sitting around. I don't know what they're doing, looking at the computers, right?
Yeah, they're just like looking at the computers, and Dennis Nedry, Newman's just plugging away the whole time in the corner because he set up the computer system. He also is a double agent, and he's going to go steal these embryos. So when all the shit goes down, it's his fault, kind of.
Yeah. So basically, they cut back to the lab, right? And the people from the tour call back in, and they're like, "Hey, we found an egg out here. This is crazy." And everybody in the lab is like, "What? That's impossible. No way." And they're like, "Well, obviously it's possible. It's happening right here." And they're like, "How did you make these dinosaurs exactly?" They're going through the process of how they're making the dinosaurs and stuff. And then it turns out that they are using a little bit of frog DNA to help fill in the gaps of the actual real DNA. And because of that, and because frogs, I guess, develop.
Do they explain that in the book, or I just I knew that they can like change their gender, like their sex around, but like I don't know if he ever explained that in the book. I kind of just knew that already, but I don't recall him specifically explaining that. These 2 times they be verbose when he doesn't always have to be, but always
because earlier in the book they had said that they make all of the dinosaurs female, so there's no way for them to reproduce.
Yeah, there's a lot of just people who are very stubborn and hard-headed and like very crystalline thinkers.
But
they're like, they're all female because I believe it to be so.
And they also they did also say that in addition to them all being female, they also like irradiate them so that they don't have any like genetic
they're all the
genital parts. But yeah, that's probably not helping there either. But so it should be that they're 2 things, right? They're all female and like they've messed with their reproductive system or whatever. But turns out both of those are probably not true. But yeah, I don't think that they really explain the frog DNA thing.
Also, and they won't autopsy any of them. They won't there's some ethical differences. They won't allow them to kill these dinosaurs to do an autopsy on them, which I mean
they're too hard to make. They're too expensive.
They are very expensive, but also you gotta. This one's spitting poison out. Fucking kill one.
Yeah.
So they use the frog DNA to make these things, and that somehow makes them end up being able to reproduce. Mm-hmm. While all of this is going on, Nedry is sneaking out of the lab, putting a lock on everything so nobody else can get into the computers while he's gone, because he's only going to be gone for like 5 minutes.
His plan is to be gone for 5 minutes. Yeah.
Also, this motherfucker is time blind.
So he's real blind too, right? So he ties up all the phone lines because he's like, sorry, I gotta like call my people back in the US.
I got to code mad hard right now
to fix all these bugs, so they can't use the phones. And then it also starts storming really bad, and so the radio communications don't work anymore.
So it's like this is because this happened in 1980.
Yeah,
he could get away with some of this shit.
Oh, and then there's this guy named Roger Muldoon, who is like, they call him like the white game hunter of Nigeria or whatever. He's like some Steve Irwin type of guy, who's like in charge of like animal management or whatever. And he gets a little nervous at some point and goes down and he puts a rocket launcher in the Jeep, because there was this point where he was very concerned about the animals, and he was like, we can't like shoot at these things with like a pistol and kill them, because he used to like hunt rhinos and stuff. He's like, we need some big stuff. These things are 10 times bigger than rhinos. So anyway, he puts a big gun into the Jeep that they have. The other Jeep is with Harding, the vet.
Yeah, there are 2 gas Jeeps. Or how many gas Jeeps are there? Or is there 1 or 2?
At least 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there are other ones, but they're at a different building. And they don't want to walk over there through the storm.
It's a mile away.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so Nedry's off doing his thing, stealing a bunch of embryos, putting them in a shaving cream container so he can send them off to his buddy who's with Biosyn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the real life piece of sex criminal.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's right. So he grabs these things and he's like, okay, I got to make it out to the docks to hand these off to my guy. It's
And
storming outside.
he's not very sly either. Like, he takes his bag with him. He like
Yeah.
I specifically noted he's like slipping out there to like go do a crime, but he like takes his knapsack or whatever, which I was like, they got to notice that that's suspicious. But then they also notice it's suspicious because he's gone for so long, and also because the Muldoon guy is like, oh, I'm gonna go get him because they've been out there too long or whatever.
Right.
Why not do this when when people are sleeping? Why are you doing it when everyone's awake?
Good question.
I don't know, man. I guess he was on a time frame, right? He had 36 hours to get the embryos.
Well, yeah, but he
And
could
the
just tell the guy to
change
come
is-
like 6 hours later. Like,
Yeah.
why is he coming at 2:30? Just because? Like, 'cause
Yeah.
it'd be nice for the characters to be able to see.
So the storm's getting really bad. The supply ship was there, right? And the supply ship, they radio in and they're like, "Hey, can we just leave? We've got like 3 boxes left that we need to bring on here, but like it's getting really choppy and we're like pretty far away from the mainland or whatever." And then they're like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." So I don't know what those 3 boxes are. That might be important. Oh, and then the people who are on the tour notice that there are dinosaurs on the boat that's going back to the mainland.
They're like, oh, we gotta call this boat.
He's setting
We
that
gotta
up.
call
He's
this
set,
boat.
like, this whole boat is just so he can make a sequel.
Yeah.
It's just a sequel boat. That's all
Yeah.
it is. Now he's got 2. He's got 2 avenues for a sequel. He's got the
Yeah.
boat dinos and rampant forest dino.
Yeah, yeah. And then all the power goes out on the island, right? I guess because Nedry did this. I was kind of unclear, like, whether he did this or whether he just tied up the phones and stuff. Whether this was just a storm, I'm not actually sure. But it helps him because he's able to get the embryos and get away or whatever.
He gets away in the rocket rocket launcher Jeep.
Yes,
Trying
and the
to get to the
people,
docks.
at the exact same time, the people in the electric Toyota Land Cruisers are stuck. So he's going out to the docks or whatever to meet his boat guy, who I don't know if the boat guy really would have been there because the weather's really bad or
Yeah,
whatever.
probably not.
But Nedry's going out, and everybody else is kind of stuck at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
So
Because
let's resolve Nedry first.
he's the linchpin. Oh yeah, well, as we alluded to earlier, he gets attacked by a dinosaur. They spits poison on him. He becomes blind, and then he gets disemboweled, and then he gets his head crushed. Yeah,
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Visceral, dude.
And now the Jeep is like a couple miles away, and the Jeep has the rocket launcher.
has
in
the
it.
rocket launcher. Chekhov's Crichton's rocket launcher. That's what we got
Exactly.
right now. We got a Crichton's rocket launcher and a Crichton's Jeep, and
So-
we have a Crichton's other rocket launcher as well.
Which is still locked up, right?
Yep.
And we
and-
have a bigger there's a bigger T-Rex.
Crichton's
there-
bigger T-Rex.
Yeah. Crichton's,
And,
Crichton's big book balls. Episode 4.
So back to the tour group, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they decide they're done looking at the stegosauruses.
They solved the mystery. Well, they said, oh, actually, there are a bunch of breeding sites. There are probably 7 breeding sites.
We gotta go find these.
Yeah,
breeding sites.
yeah. Look, it's
And so
supposed to be a normal distribution, and then, they're just pulling up like the most basic ass graphs. That like these dudes are like dumb are these people? Like that
Yeah,
they've
make
never
it
looked
like
at any graph.
Excel.
Yeah, they haven't
Yeah.
excelled at anything. It's like, there's just such a. It happened in 1985, plus hubris story, like.
Yeah.
Yep. So they decide, okay, well, let's get these kids back to the place, right? They're hungry. We need to feed these people. So they hop back in the Toyota Land Cruisers, and they head off. But Ellie Sadler stays with the vet. Because
And
I guess
the
maybe-
lawyer Gennaro, my favorite character from the
Oh,
first
yeah.
100 pages, kind of doing nothing, really, in these
stays
past
with the
200.
vet. So they have access to a gas-powered Jeep,
Yeah.
right? And that's kind of the last we see of them in the pages that we
Right.
read.
They're trying to go back on,
back
like,
to
the main road or whatever, but a tree fell down in the storm, so they have to take the long way back around. And that's the last we
Oh,
see
that's
of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people at the tour lose power in their Toyota Land Cruisers. They're stuck there, right? They can't move anywhere. It's storming outside. It's dark, and they don't want to leave the Land Cruiser because if the power comes back on, the Land Cruisers are just going to keep going.
Yeah.
Well, and there's
They're gonna have
also
to walk
in the
them.
middle of Jurassic Park, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's that too. But at this point, you're right. I mean, I guess they have seen some stuff. That's at one point the kid Tim thought he saw a velociraptor like outside the velociraptor enclosure. But at this point, right? I mean, I would be worried if the power went off or whatever. But you still don't know that like.
Well, but they're still in Jurassic Park. Aren't they like going from one like enclosure to the next? Like one
I don't
area?
think they're ever like inside. I guess except
Oh.
for the Stegosaurus, they were inside because the T-Rex has to come over the fence to get to them, right? So at this point, like I mean, they have also seen that there are velociraptors on the boat that's leaving, so they should
No,
be
that's
worried.
after.
But
That's after this, I think.
I thought that was before this.
No, they see that. Well, I think what's his face sees them in the car.
With his night vision goggles.
And he
They
misses,
have night vision
He
goggles,
misses them
too.
with the night vision goggles.
Oh.
Well,
Well,
he feels
Whatever.
bad about it.
Whatever.
Yeah, who
Night
cares?
vision
Yeah.
goggles don't really seem to do.
I
that.
think our alarm level is higher than theirs at the moment. But yeah, they're like, let's stick with the cars because like that's what we're supposed to do. Not like let's stick with the cars because if we step out, we're gonna get eaten by a T-Rex. But their opinion on that probably quickly changes when the dude with the night vision goggles is looking at the T-Rex and the T-Rex is like touching the fence and not like saying, "Ow, I got shocked" or whatever. So yeah,
And
some
so-
kid
so-
has night vision goggles.
I guess set the scene a little bit as well. There's the two Land Cruisers. In the front Land Cruiser is Ed Regis, who has been tasked with watching after the kids,
Yeah.
the two kids. And then in the back Land Cruiser is, I can't remember people's names. The main
Alan, Ian.
guy, Alan Grant, and Ian Malcolm.
yeah,
they're in the
just
back
them.
one talking about stuff,
Chaos,
talking about how
fractals,
dangerous this park is.
mountains.
Yeah, talking about fractals. And then the kid has the night vision. Timmy, the kid, has the night vision goggles, and he sees this T-Rex, and he's trying to tell Ed Regis that the T-Rex is there, because he doesn't see him at first. But then, as soon as Ed Regis sees the T-Rex touching the fence and not getting shocked, he has like flashbacks of all these people getting attacked by velociraptors and getting like shredded. And so
Yeah.
he gets out of the car and runs away.
Yeah, that's
He
Straight up,
pisses
just
himself
fucking
first
runs
too.
away.
yeah.
Do what?
Yeah,
He
does
pisses
piss
himself first.
Yeah, this is like Big Bag Hunter guy, right? This is like the hunter dude, and he pees himself.
No. He's like the PR guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
This is
but
the
he-
guy. Yeah, this is the guy that we. Okay, this guy is in the introduction, I think.
Yes. He was so he knows what a dinosaur can do. But he's just the PR guy. But like he's got this thing where he's like, nobody thinks I have a real job, and they always make me do these things, like fly with the injured guy on the helicopter and like babysit these kids. But he's like, I have a real job, man.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So
yeah, he's just a
he
PR guy,
pisses
but he
his
pisses
pants.
himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
And then
doesn't
he
drive
gets
the
out of
car
and
away.
runs away.
He doesn't drive the car away. He's not thinking rationally, obviously, because he's peeing his pants. But
Well,
like,
the car is out of power. It can't.
Yeah.
move.
can't move. But like, you're not gonna. There's a bunch of dinosaurs out there, man. Like, if you
I will
realize
say,
that
dude,
that one
a big
is gonna,
oversight. A big oversight is to have an electric vehicle that can only go on a track and doesn't have like a backup gas
Yeah,
engine. You know,
you're right.
That's kinda
huge,
crazy.
huge oversight is like the whole another like theme of
The
this
park.
book. Yeah, everything
Yeah.
is fucking. They didn't do fucking
Yeah.
shit. They didn't
Yeah.
do one single audit. Doesn't hold up to 1 ounce of scrutiny.
Yeah. I mean,
Shout out to the
Ian
80s,
Malcolm, he
bro.
didn't even need to see it. He just said, "No, that's bad. That's
That's a
bad news.
dumbass
Shut
shit."
it down right now. I haven't even been there."
It's a dumb idea. Like, it's like you could. The one piece of evidence. It's like, bro, monkeys escape from the zoo. You tell me that dinosaurs not gonna escape from a zoo?
Yeah. So the dinosaur. So Ed Regis runs away. He pissed his pants, and then he runs out into the rain. And I'm curious to see whether he survives. I feel like he shouldn't because he did something that's kind of like shameful
'Cause
and
he's a
bad.
coward.
Like he abandoned these kids, right? That's bad. Like if you were in your own car, whatever, who cares? But the T-Rex, he steps over the fence and starts tearing shit up, basically.
Yeah.
Destroys
Lex,
the.
the little girl Lex
Yeah.
is screaming nonstop the whole time. She can't stop screaming. Obvious, like rightfully
She just
so, I
wants.
guess.
She's so hungry. She's
She
like,
just
I
wants
gotta.
to play catch and eat a sandwich.
I want to eat mac and cheese right now,
but now she's about to become dinner and or lunch or some kind of snack for a T-Rex. But so the T-Rex destroys the car, shakes it around, concusses both of them.
Yeah, they both like black out, basically.
Yeah, Tim out, and then Lex starts waking up earlier, and then Grant wakes up, and he's like, what the fuck happened? And then he's like, holy shit, T-Rex. And then he realizes that as long as we don't move, T-Rexes won't see us. And then T-Rex gets kind of miffed.
Did Malcolm also run away?
Malcolm got... They all basically, at the end of this interaction, are like knocked out. Every single one of them. So the kids, they're both in the car. The car gets like slammed and they both pass out. Malcolm gets like kicked or thrown or hit with the tail or whatever, and he's knocked out. And Grant, he figures out that he can't get seen if he just stays still, but like the T-Rex knows he's there. And then the T-Rex just kind of gets mad and kicks the car, and the car hits him. And so he's also knocked out. I don't think any of them are dead, but it's kind of convenient that they're just kind of all out of operation.
Yeah, they all been
a good place to
incapacitated.
Yeah, we did.
Everyone's either unconscious or dead or back at base.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the guy who peed his pants and ran away. I think that he's gonna die, but someone else is also going to die with him. But like,
so
not one of the savory characters. One of the shitty people will probably die. Okay. But not like.
You think he finds the Jeep? The
vet Jeep? He finds somebody. One of these other workers that aren't Grant, the other doctor, and then the kids. I think everyone but those four is up on the table. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grant, Sattler, the two kids, Lex and Tim are the only people safe. Everyone else, fucking coin toss.
Yeah.
Anybody could be destroyed by a dinosaur.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's Michael Crichton's killing kids. Or the main character.
I don't think he's killing kids.
Or his girlfriend.
He'll get damn near close.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they took a lot of shots here. I did not expect...
they got CTE, maybe, at this point. They got concussed hard.
They got PTSD as well.
After what he described Lex, the little girl, going through, I'm surprised that she's not already been declared dead.
Yeah.
She's on the verge, man.
She got that plot armor.
That's
she's built up from playing pickle all the time.
Yeah, she's so strong. So I guess that so we'll pick up, right? Nedry is dead. The crew. I guess we'll pick up with the next chapter we know is called Bungalow. So I think it's back in Hammond's bungalow, or maybe. Yeah. I think that next we have to check in with the Jeep crew with the
What
vet,
constitutes a bungalow?
That's a good question. That's an architectural.
Right, what kind of abode is a bungalow?
What kind of abode? I feel like bungalow is kind of like something you hear in a Beach Boys song. Like it's.
I feel like it's got to be somewhat circular.
Yeah, I would agree. I feel like it has a porch, like a big porch. It's kind of an indoor-outdoor situation.
Like drapes.
Is what I'm thinking. Yeah. Maybe some drapes.
Or like whatever
like a tree house, but on the ground, right? We're thinking like woody.
Right. Like bamboo walls.
Like a hobbit hole, but on a beach. But like a...
Yeah. Sure.
Next, let's go. 100. The second 110 pages. After 220 pages total, how are we ranking this book so far?
Oh, in compare, as it's definitely the best book that we've read as part of this book club. I'll tell you that.
That's part of Bookballs.
As part of Bookballs. This is definitely the best book that we've read so far.
This 110 pages was much better than the first 110 pages as well, because there was stuff happening.
There was exposition. There was a lot of exposition at the beginning.
Yeah, and this also felt short because there were a lot of like graphs. Right. Yeah. So I mean, that's probably like 10 pages where just like, here's this population graph or whatever.
Or here's just like a blank page.
Yeah. So it went by pretty fast too. But I'm kind of, I've got a couple other things to say.
Me too.
Maybe thematically or whatever. Not really in terms of what what actually happened. But one thing that I didn't really expect, I guess. So they try to do some explaining. I don't know if they do a perfect job of like why these people didn't expect these dinosaurs to like get out and stuff. So there's one part where Wu is talking about like, hey, yeah, we just think about the dinosaurs as like fragile and delicate because like
the geneticist.
Yes, yeah. He's like the main guy who came up with the DNA or whatever to create these things.
He's
like
Prometheus.
the head scientist guy. Yeah. He's like, we think about these things like they're delicate and fragile because we actually kind of bred them to be that way. They're supposed to be dependent on this amino acid that they don't produce naturally, so they have to eat our food. Yeah. Turns out that is not necessarily true. But they've got this idea that like we created these things and they're like our babies, basically. They have to live here because like the environment, even the like atmosphere is not really like for them. So when they're seeing the Stegosaurus, it's like breathing heavy and stuff. And so obviously they turn out to be wrong, right? These things are much stronger and more capable than they think that they are. But they also talk about like how the T-Rex like spends a lot of time like in the jungle, which they didn't expect. But then they say that he does it because he gets sunburned. And then they talk about how tough it is for the Stegosaurus to breathe. And they talk about like how these things get rashes and colds all the time. And it's kind of sad because Wu is talking about these things. He's like, oh, this is version 4.3 or whatever. We should kill them all and replace them with version 4.4. And even though these things are like monsters or whatever and killers, it's like kind of sad that it's like you've kind of created these things and they're sick all the time because they're not built for this world, and now you want to kill them and replace them with better ones. Like it's kind of horrible. So I kind of hope Dr. Wu gets killed by a sunburned, wheezing T-Rex.
Sunburned dinosaur.
Low key, that's the plot of like Guardians of Galaxy 3. That's what the bad guy's main motivation
is. What he wants to make something better.
He's trying to make the perfect race.
Oh, well.
I mean,
yeah. that always works out, right?
No, he's the bad guy, and he lost.
Yeah, right, right.
Because he wasn't robotic. He wasn't Mecha Guardians Galaxy 3 bad guy. He was just regular Guardians of Galaxy 3 bad guy.
Yeah.
Right,
Seth, you do bring up another. I made like an interesting connection to the whole like these dinosaurs are having a hard time breathing because the oxygen levels aren't as high as they once were, and they're getting sunburnt. Was this book written right around the time where people were starting to become aware of the ozone layer thinning out? Because that's a pretty sick like observation on Crichton's part.
What do you mean?
If he's like, hey, the ozone layer is getting bad, so these dinosaurs are burning.
Well, it's just it's just way different than it was 100 million years ago.
Yeah.
That's just a pretty safe bet. But maybe, hey, maybe they got rid of whatever the shit was that was in the spray.
The CFCs.
The chlorofluorocarbons are gone. No chlorofluorocarbons left.
Yeah.
We eliminated them. Extinct. Dead as the dodo until we bring them back. Shout out Biosyn. Or Engine, whoever's paying. Who cares?
Yeah.
Money.
So that was the one kind of thing I wanted to note here was like that's the theme I wanted to say is this is kind of like, obviously a big it's not the main plot point, but kind of like there are these unintended consequences. Same thing when they made that little elephant, right? It's like this elephant wasn't meant to be the size of a rat, and now it's like it's getting sick and it's acting weird because it's not supposed to be that way. So there you go.
I've been thinking that to some degree that they call them like first iterations. I don't want to actually go back and like read all this like the different like spots, but I think each iteration kind of has a similar plot beat, or I wouldn't put it past him.
Like a fractal.
Yeah, I was thinking that he. I was thinking
that would
be
pretty sick.
It's like I think it might be that way. I don't want to go and confirm it though, but that'd be hype if it actually was. Like that'd be. But we also could just be like hyping this guy up a little bit too much here. We're gassing this guy up. He might deflate it. But he still got half it left. Will he jump the dinosaur? We got to find out. Let us know at FKA the pod anywhere and everywhere. That's TikTok. That's Instagram. That's all of them. That's a call to action. That's also at youtube.com where you can see us visually. We're not done yet, but we're getting the call to action mid-show.
Yeah. No, I think
Or like 75 shit.
I think the way this guy writes is like whether he's smart or not, he sounds really smart. And so it's easy to come to the assumption like, hey, he's putting these in different iterations that are all like symbolic of a fractal situation. So I don't think it's too far for us to make the assumption that there's probably a similar plot arc in each one. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, so the whole thing with the fractals is that things look similar at different scales. So the thing that he says is like a mountain range, if you get really close, the mountain peak looks almost the same as like the whole range. And if you get really, really close, like an individual hill looks the same as the mountain range. And then if you get it like on the atomic level or whatever, it looks the same or something like that. So the more you zoom in, the it looks similar or whatever. And somehow that is linked to chaos theory because things aren't linear, right? They're like cyclical or random or whatever, but they have a pattern is the whole point.
It's literally any other thing but linear.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're dum-dums. We think with no coefficients.
Yeah. So yeah, who knows? We'll see when we get to our next couple iterations here.
Hey, I'm speaking of iterations. I want to defend Jurassic World, the movie.
Okay.
It is frequently panned. It is a fantastic modern iteration so far, 220 pages in, of Jurassic Park.
This is Jurassic World 1.
Jurassic World 1. Jurassic World 1
Chris,
with Chris Pratt and Rose Byrne. No.
What's her name?
Bryce Dallas Howard. Bryce Dallas. No.
Yeah, Bryce Dallas Howard. Yeah.
Yeah, and Bryce Dallas Howard. So I think that's a perfect like modern rendition of the movie Jurassic Park. Because reading this, it's like, yeah, dude, we know Jurassic Park. We know what that shit is, bro. Like, obviously, it was a bad shit. Shit's gonna get fucked up. We're all kind of going in with that intention. But also, it adapts, like, a lot of the main book. But basically, instead of it not being open, it's just open. But it's
basically
more
casualties.
Well, yeah, it's different. It's a different setting, but it's fractal iteration. It's basically the same, like, book.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the plot points are happening, and people complain about that. But if you're an actual fan of Jurassic Park, that's kind of hype, because that's kind of thematically on point.
It falls in line, yeah.
But also,
it just keeps on happening.
but like we're not gonna buy it. Like, who's gonna buy like? Oh, no one's gonna buy it. Like, we're not even buying that. Oh, he just fucking said I'm putting a back door in it so I can just easily get in there because I'm lazy. It's like that won't fly now, bro. Like 5 people trying to make this shit. No way. That's ridiculous. It's multi-billion-dollar stuff. So it's just like, I think they did a good job. I think people often like pan on it a lot and think it's bad, but I think they're not looking at it with the right lens. Because it's a pretty good action movie, pretty good horror. It's not as like scary as the book, but it's for mass appeal. So you gotta like hedge it a little bit. But
so another just real quick Jurassic World thing with the new movie, Jurassic World Rebirth. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Scarlett Johansson has become the highest grossing actor ever. She's made more money acting specifically, like other actors I guess could be richer than her. But she's made more money in contracts from acting than any other actor ever before. And most of that is driven by, I guess, her Jurassic World work and Marvel stuff. But she's made like $15 billion acting.
Well, yeah, that's hype. No wonder her husband can work for like 15 minutes once every week.
Yeah, she's the breadwinner.
He worked for 15, bro. Just 15 minutes of TV every week. That's it.
Yeah. Are you guys ready to get into our final beat of Bookballs?
Our final beats? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Our final
We're beating
couple
our
of
balls?
Pieces, our final couple of pieces of Bookballs.
Yeah.
So, out of 10, I'm giving this an 8.5. I like this. Out of 5, I'm giving it a 4.5.
I'm gonna give it.
That's where I'm at.
I'm gonna give it an 80 out of 20.
An 80 out of 20.
80 out of 20.
Yeah.
All right. So
Get it
roughly
get-
a 40 out of 10.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but 20% of your results are with like 80% of the outcomes.
Oh, it's
Oh,
the
okay.
Pareto principle.
Yeah, he name dropped that shit in there. It's somewhat topical. That's a callback reference. That's like plus a half point on an AP test. We're gaming the system here.
That's right.
I would probably give it a I give it a 9 out of 10. I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I finished it like 4 days ago. Like I was just reading, and I try to stick to a schedule so that I'm fresh when I come on the pod. But I finished it early.
The book,
It's a pretty sick, it's a pretty good book, and it makes
Yeah.
it easy, even though it's like kind of thick, kind of pages with lots and lots of words on them. Like it's crushable.
It helps that
Yeah.
but also helps that we know kind of what it is, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. I like it. I think this has potential from the first half of the book. I'm going to say this has potential to be one of my favorite books.
Yeah,
I haven't
it's
read
good.
an extreme amount of books, but this one is really good. Really, I like the way it's written, and it's entertaining.
It's a fun
And
it's
it's
a
been
fun
long enough.
experience to read.
It's been long enough since I've seen the movie to where it's like some of the stuff is still surprising.
Yeah.
So
Do you guys
like it.
think we can read up to the 6th iteration for next time? That's a little bit more than 100 pages, I think.
Yeah,
In
think
my
so.
edition, because then I think the 6th iteration is the last iteration, and
there's 6 and 7, but
Oh,
7
okay.
is small, I think.
yeah. That puts us at about 100 pages afterwards to finish.
Okay,
I
so
think.
we're going to read up until the 6th iteration.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at 220. 6th iteration starts on 350.
If you're in this copy of the book.
Yep.
Indeed. I have a
So-
different one, but
Yeah, if you got the black
I
one.
like yours
so it's
better,
got-
man. It's cool.
it's cool.
No, it's tiny
Classic.
though.
it is. It's hard for me to write my notes. I take notes, and there's not much of a border here that I can a margin.
This one's also got a weird profile though. It's like long. It's long and
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's long and thin.
Long and thin,
rolled
like our
tide.
book balls.
All right, so we're reading up to the 6th iteration. It's not too late to
Schwartz.
hop on if you guys want to read along with us.
It's crushable,
You're-
like we said.
You're gonna you're
Or just
going to
watch
have
the
to
movie,
crush.
honestly.
You're gonna have to crush because we're speeding along. But you can catch up.
You can watch Jurassic World and you can kind of figure it out. You can watch.
Yeah. We do a
Jurassic-
pretty good job covering it, too. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah,
we go really in depth.
Yeah, maybe you can just pick up. You can just pick up on Bungalow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bungalow.
That's good. What's going to happen in the bungalow? Who knows? What is a bungalow?
right.
Let us know.
That's right. And let us know what you think of this book so far if you're reading it. Email us fkthepod@gmail.com. Let's go.
Bookballs.